This is Outlandish Zicky Dice, and you're watching Covalent TV. Outlandish!
What's up, you guys? This is Ashley Gamboise, La Creme de la Creme, and you are watching Covalent TV.
I'm Randy Luck, and you're watching Covalent TV.
Good morning, Covalent TV. This is Marina Shafir, the problem, the one and only problem, the only problem that you will ever need. And I wanted to give a shout out to Daryl and Werner. And I just wanted to say, keep on stepping and keep on being honest and keep on being hardworking. And thank you for supporting me, and thank you for consistently being there for when I am performing. I just want to say thank you, and keep doing you. Keep being the honest podcast problem that you are. Take it easy.
All right, beautiful people. If you like your pro wrestling in the variety of entertaining and watchable, you have come to the right place. And also, if you like your professional wrestling podcast to be the realest shit out there and for you to get this good work dropped off at your front doorstep, get your ass in here and do exactly what you know you're supposed to do. So that means, welcome to your AEW Dynamite Live Review. This is your boy, Mr. Starkside.
Big dub.
Good wrestling makes me feel good. Yeah, you know, when you get a good show, it just feels good. But when you have to watch that other nonsense, that other garbage, it takes away from your energy, but you know it's going to come right back up because guess what? You got Dynamite. We fall down, but we get up. You know what I'm saying? It feels great. Fix my chair real quick. Let's settle in. And I need y'all to settle in by doing something straight ahead, man. Like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang. Hit us off early with that good work as well because y'all know exactly what we are going to do. And it should be a True Seekers roll call in the comment section. I'm going to stop telling y'all that because y'all should just know to do it. Now, keep our chat rate up. Don't let this comment section freeze up. You know what? If y'all, I'm going to start doing this. Dead ass. I'm going to start doing this. If y'all slow the comment section down, I'm just going to start timing y'all out. I'm going to time y'all out like y'all not even in this motherfucker. That's my word. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you are in here, you should be engaging. I don't care if you're dropping an emoji. I don't give a fuck. But you're going to get our engagement rate up one way or another. And I'm not going to ask nicely because y'all don't do nothing else nicely. All right? So much love to everybody in the building right now. Salute to every single person. And for everybody that is just now getting in, tell the people that are just getting in, first of all, why are you late and pay a late fee? Second of all, just tell them the rule that I just laid down. If you are not engaging in the comment section, emojis or whatever, then in which case, I'm just going to time you out. So basically, if I see you comment one time and then you don't comment again for 7 minutes, that next time out. Y'all going to learn how to engage in these streams, bruh. I'm going to get y'all into the habit. Y'all going to do Covalent TV drugs. that you can only purchase in Michigan. Okay. Werner was a break dancer and dope dealer in Hartside Park in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's a true story.
Not a true story.
That's a true story.
That is
a true. Look at his face. That's a true.
That is not a true
Look
story
at
at all.
his face. Look at his face.
That is not
That
a
is
true
the
story at all. That is not a true story at all.
Look at his face.
No, the fact that you shouted out Hartside Park threw me off. Threw me the fuck off.
Yeah, they called him Mayo Magic with a K. Yeah, that's right. That's right. He could spin on his head and sell you that white all at once. And the white wasn't even cocaine. It was just mayonnaise. Oh, man, Werner, we know about your history, man. We know your background. You were the baddest break dancer in Hartside Park. That's right. That is right. Everybody, I don't even, just put a dancing emoji of some kind in the comment section for Werner. We want to help him relive his history of a skinnier time.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We want him to relive the powerful moments of his life. Now he is a powerless white man from Meth, Michigan, and he's just trying to get by. He's just trying to get by. Sexual. But, guys, in other news, we have to get to 10 news, and we got to bring you beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff and the drone accountability, all that.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely hold one special.
Dumbass!
Accountable. But I'm going to tell you what. I ain't got one tonight. I got a what we not going to do. I got a what we not going to do tonight. I got a what we not going to do tonight. Not tomorrow. Tonight. Everybody put tonight in the comment section. I got one. So, Werner, let's not delay him any further. Let's go ahead and get into the 10 news. Let go.
All righty. The narc has happened. It is in. John Laurinaitis has been dropped from the lawsuit and will narc on Vince McMahon.
Mayo Magic never got narked on in Hartside Park.
Oh, shut the fuck.
Never. Never once. That's why he's here on Covalent TV today. He never got snitched on one time. All right? They used to call him Mayo G Rap. That's what they used to call him. All right? But back to John Laurinaitis and his snitching.
Yeah, no, he plans to snitch and help Janelle Grant in the lawsuit against Vince McMahon so she can get whatever she's trying to get. And he gets in no trouble.
Okay. Werner, sometimes, guys, we don't like patting ourselves on the back because it could come across so self-righteous and just so self-absorbed.
Yep.
We called this, though, like a long time ago.
I think when this first came out, we called this.
When we were talking about who's going to flip on Vince McMahon first, John Laurinaitis was the first person we said. That was the first person we said. Now, here's the crazy part about that happening. Everybody wants to think this is going to get swept under the rug. Nah. Once John Laurinaitis starts spilling the beans, yikes. Because if there's anybody that has, I would say, a medium to high amount of dirt on Vince McMahon, it is John Laurinaitis.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he knows all the things he's covered up, all of the talents he screwed over or screwed. I'm pretty sure he has a lot of 411 about Vince McMahon, that when this stuff starts coming out, it's going to be nuclear. And it's going to be no way the WWE compromised media can sweep it under the rug. None. None. Zero. There's zero possibility whatsoever. Okay? And here's why I say that as well. Because if you think the information that is going to be released and the information that is going to be handed over to the case by John Laurinaitis is going to be just about Vince, you need to get off whatever crack you smoking that you bought from Warner back when he was selling in Hartside Park. You got to get off
drugs.
Yes, you did.
Never sold drugs.
But I'm telling you right now. So for all these people that have been saying, well, Stephanie wasn't a part of it. Triple H wasn't a part of it. None of my people that I defend with all of my life on the internet 24/7 in WWE were a part of it. y'all about to look crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they start taking statements from him, y'all about to look crazy as hell. And you know what I'm going to do? Laugh. I'm going to laugh.
But you know what? You know what we're also going to say? Keep that same energy.
Yeah. Which I told y'all at the beginning. I told y'all this back in November of 2024. That's going to be the theme of 2025. Keep that same energy.
Mm-hmm.
If John Laurinaitis only spills in pertaining to Vince McMahon, then in which case, by proxy, information about any accomplices is going to come out too. You know that, right? Look at the Diddy case if you want an example. If you want an example, look at the Diddy case. You got Kid Cudi in that motherfucker. You got Cassie all up in there. You got baby oil salesman. You got, they just bringing anybody in that motherfucker to try to make them charges stick. No pun intended. Jesus Christ. I still think he's going to end up getting off because they haven't substantiated anything that falls underneath what he's being convicted for. But like with Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis is going to tell so much stuff, and it's going to be I think it's going to be the smoking gun.
Yeah.
I could see it being the smoking gun. If you disagree with me, let me know. But I see whatever John Laurinaitis says, in this case, being the smoking gun. And if you think that, again, all of these people like Triple H and Stephanie and, yeah, Linda, that's another name. If you think Linda and all these people just didn't play a part, you gotta get off that stepped on dope. You got to get off of that stepped on dope. You must. Vince McMahon tangled a very, very intricate web that involved a lot of people that are going to go down if he goes down. Let me say that again because I want this to register so that way when it does happen, y'all don't come into our stream like, did you see the story about him trying to take everybody down? And I'm going to be like, yeah, because we told you this. What's today's date? We told you this May 28th, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you see the story that Vince McMahon is taking everyone down with him? And we're going to be like, yeah, because we told you this back in fucking late May. But I think that's Vince McMahon's only move on the chessboard left. Oh, yeah, John? Okay. Well, if I'm going down, guess what? That's what narcissistic tyrants do. They can't just go down on their own. They have to bring 3, 4, 5 people with them. Vince ain't going down without a fight, bro. I'm just letting you know right now. Vince is not going down without a fight. And to be honest with every single person watching this stream right now, I don't think this is going to be the last person to flip on him if the feds get to picking on something. I don't think that John Laurinaitis is going to be the last person to flip on him.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't be shocked. I'm going to go as far as to say this. I wouldn't be shocked if Stephanie flipped on him.
Shane.
It's a whole different thing when the magnifying glasses start getting on your ass. Trust me. It's a whole different thing. When they talking about how much time you might get as an accomplice, oh, that's when people start singing like canaries. That's what I think happened to John Laurinaitis. They got him in a room. It's basically like, dude, we got a smoking gun, basically. So if you don't give us more information, then in which case you about to go down for this many years. And John Laurinaitis was like, people power. And just start snitching. But you think active, salaried WWE executives won't flip on Vince McMahon if their active salary is threatened? Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up and act like you're in the real world for just 3 seconds.
No.
So, again, to all those people, this isn't going to touch Triple H. This isn't going to touch Stephanie or Bruce Pritchard. This isn't going to touch any of them. Shut up. Watch what I say. Again, what's today's date? May 28th, 2025, because I'm sick. This is something I'm sick of seeing, Warner, real quick. I'm so sick of seeing y'all using our talking points right after we say them, but not giving credit to the people that gave you the talking points, not pointing people back to our streams. And don't lie and say you don't do it, because I be seeing some of y'all do it. Now, I know they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but we work very hard to gain the intelligence that we have on these topics. So the least you could do is credit us. The least you could do is point people back to our streams. Because sometimes I'll be giving y'all behind the scenes information that I could be charging y'all for. So the least we ask is, if you're going to use our talking point back to where you heard it. Stop going into conversations on Twitter talking about some, oh, yeah, it's this, that, and the third. And I'm like, bitch, you got that from us. And you can't lie about it because it's on camera. People always ask me, why don't you ever say this stuff on Twitter? Like, you really don't be tweeting out a lot of stuff. That gives people carte blanche to steal your talking points. I want people to see my face and hear my voice when I give these talking points. I want people to see Werner's face and hear Werner's voice when y'all use his talking. That's what I desire. I'm not finna give away excellent talking points for free just for 3 other motherfucking fair walkers to steal it and twist it and make it into something that I never said. Respectfully. So yeah, start pointing back to the people that give you a style to run with. Stop sitting here acting like you actually know what the fuck you talking about. Because y'all will use, here's the funny part. Y'all will use our talking point, and then when somebody rattles something back at y'all, y'all don't have a second line of defense because you're using someone else's talking point. If you don't have the knowledge to carry our words, don't use it. Kendrick Lamar had a dope line on GNX. He said, too many opinions and no power to carry it. Too many opinions and no power to carry it. Don't end up like that. I'm telling you right now, don't end up like that. But to wrap this in a bone, and I'm going to let Warner cook on this topic. Yeah, Vince, that ain't going to be the last person to flip on you, homie. That ain't going to be the last person to flip on you. Respectfully. So your daughter might flip on you. Your son might flip on you. Your son-in-law might flip on you. It just really depends on how much is being threatened. It really depends on how much information John Laurinaitis leaks. Because I think we're going to get a Triple H name drop. I do think we're going to get a Stephanie McMahon name drop. Hell, we might even get a Nick Khan name drop. Who knows? But once John Laurinaitis start dropping names, Vince, you better have a defense stronger than I don't know what. It better be stronger than the 85 Bears, homie. Because me and Warner both predicted in this order of who was going to flip on Vince. I said it would likely be John Laurinaitis first, and Warner said Linda. He was steadfast on Linda for some reason.
Yeah.
We both said it first. Because what incentive does Linda have to ride for Vince McMahon at this stage of her life? I'll wait. What incentive does she have? She's not going to lose any connections. If anything, I think Linda has more connections than Vince at this point.
Right. Plus, it would just be a bad look for her if she hit everything, considering her position right now.
These are things I want y'all to consider. Oh, and by the way, if you coming in here late, pay your late fees, man. Like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang. Show love to your boys here at Covalent TV, bro. All right, Warner, go ahead and cook on this topic. I'm going to look at a few comments real quick. I ain't going to say nothing, but I'm going to read a few comments. Go ahead and talk on this topic.
You know, I think there's one name that we haven't mentioned that would maybe even be defiant and not flip.
Mhm.
And that is one Michael P.S. Hayes.
Dude, you get sleazeball energy from him in general.
Yeah, but I think that's probably a Vince ride or die. I know a lot of people are saying Kevin Dunn. I think Kevin Dunn's a ride or die. The only reason why he's not in WWE right now is because Triple H hates him.
I think people like Taker, and this hurt Warner's feelings when I said it. This is how I know I remember it. It hurt Warner's feelings when I said it. Taker is going to be a ride or die for Vince, too.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Taker looks at Vince like the dad that can do no wrong.
Mm-hmm. Same with Cena.
I think he's even went as far as to say something similar to that, no?
I think so.
Yeah. I might be wrong on that, but I feel like he's even went as far as to say, like, he looks at Vince like a father figure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, since after his dad passed or something like that. Like, I would have to look it up. But, yeah. Now, hold on. I see a comment, and again, it's and no offense to everybody. I got to kick this off with a no offense. No offense to everybody, but every now and again, I see a comment that just stands out. Craig Braveheart over there on Twitter said, damn, it's really going to suck for Gabe Sapolsky to get other people in that company. Let me tell you something. I feel bad for no one who's going to be a part of the fallout. Am I alone? I feel bad for no one who's going to be a part of this fallout. None. The WWE culture needs to die on all levels. I will feel bad for no one.
Plus, the people that are already there will be like, oh, great, we'll have more opportunity now to get to the main roster.
See, that's something, I'm sorry, y'all. Some people might say, but what about the innocent people that had nothing to do with it? Look, dude, let me tell you something. Not that I'm proud of it or I take like big pride in it or anything like that, because I've made my way out and I've been very successful in life. But I'm from the streets. Look, sometimes people are just collateral damage, bruh. Sometimes people are just collateral damage. If you get caught up in some bullshit and you know it could get your family hit, that's your fault. That's your fault. You shouldn't have mixed in with some motherfuckers that'll get your family hit. That's your fault.
Hmm.
But I feel like anybody who has continued to sign contracts with WWE or re-sign contracts with WWE since this Vince McMahon scandal came out, I will not feel sorry for any of them. Like, let's say Janelle Grant this is something I don't think y'all thinking about. If she wins this, she's going to be emboldened to sue WWE as an entity for damages. Mm-hmm. I hope y'all understand that. I hope y'all are smart enough to understand that. No offense, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but I hope y'all are smart enough to understand that. If she wins this, she's going to feel empowered to sue WWE and likely will settle out. People kept saying she's going to settle out on the Vince case, and I was the main person going, nah. No. I think she wants to make an example out of Vince. But if she sues WWE, WWE going to have to break bread. And it might be enough bread to really put them in a bad spot. Because look at the damage the last little thing did. Look at the damage from the little bit of payout they did to the last people. Look at what level of damage that did. Y'all know they had to report that, right? So imagine if she sues WWE, get a $300 million settlement. Uh-oh. Oops. This is what I want y'all to be thinking about. Remember what I said, by the way, guys. Comment section. If I see y'all freeze up and y'all ain't commented in like 4-5 minutes on this stream, I'm timing you out, because what point are you in the stream for if you're not commenting? Like I said, drop emojis, all that. Keep our chat rate high. I'm not tolerating it no more. All right? Let me read the super chats because I haven't had the chance to get around to them. Weekly Steel Chair with the £5 said Johnny Ace, Bruce Pritchard, the Doofus son-in-law, Steph Lesnar. They'll all be named, and maybe a few other high-up creative personnel. You gotta look, see. Here's what you're gonna have to follow too. Look at all of the people that abandoned ship since this came out. They were probably that's why they abandoned ship first and foremost. But they're probably praying they don't get named because it'll ruin their ability to get another job anywhere. But I think John Laurinaitis is about to load up the clip, like to get granted complete, to be absolved completely of any legal responsibility to this. Oh, he would have had to have told them some juicy shit. Pause if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
You think he told them a couple him and halls and they was like, okay, you're free to go? Hell no. When the feds want you, they get you typically. John Laurinaitis had to give up the goods, pause if necessary. So no, this ain't gonna be no little minuscule, oh, I remember when Vince peed on a wall one time in the middle of a conference. No. No, this is going to be about Vince and people around Vince. What people around Vince covered up. Let me put it this way, too. If I'm John Laurinaitis, I am paying for personal security.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon is probably going to try to have that man, That man needs to have personal security with him at all times. Because we know how Vince get down. Let me read the other super chat real quick. Hold on, we had two more. Paulo came through with the two smackaroos, said, nor will I. Yeah, I won't feel bad for anybody. Anybody. I'm sorry. Adrian with the 5 smackaroos said the rats of WWE are starting to flee. Everyone will turn on Vince to protect themselves. But then again, on another point, what good will that do?
Mm-hmm.
The damage is going to be done. So, like, even if they go, well, Vince made me do it, you still did it, though. See what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all was raised, but that's how I was raised. Oh, you did it, though. Free will is a motherfucker. And if you don't know how to use it, that ain't nobody's fault but yours. You can't make me do a goddamn thing I don't want to do unless it's life or death. You can't make me do a goddamn thing I don't want to do. I'll live with the consequences. I'll live with them. Fine by me. But you're not going to make me do something I don't want to do. So I'm not falling for the whole bullshit of, oh, everybody's going to flip on Vince McMahon in the sense of, oh, he made them do it. No. Nah. Not buying it. Not buying it. Vince ain't make you do shit. So yeah, I won't feel sorry for anybody. Anybody assigned with this company, knowing that this company has this culture, if this has a fallback on WWE and salaries in WWE and people get released because they got to pay out to Janelle Grant, I'm going to be whistling Dixie looking the other way. But Warner, go ahead.
No, I just with the ride or dies, I think it's going to end very badly for them. I think John Laurinaitis has to be real careful because even though he's a narc now, and it's not going to get pretty in it. And I hope he doesn't think this is going to fix anything with previous relationships. I just, it's still there. You were a middle manager at best in WWE, and you hid all of Vince's vices.
Atrocities.
Yeah, there we go. I just, this looks bad, and it's only going to get worse, and it just needs to hurry up.
See, that's something me and Warren have been saying since like the middle of this. I want to say we've been saying that they're not moving fast enough to get justice on this.
Yeah. Too many like, oh, here's an extension here. Here's a continuancy here. Let's wait 6 months for this.
Like, I think this is going to sound crazy, but like Vince McMahon is such an egomaniac and such a rather die on his shield type of person that I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked even a little bit if Vince paid somebody to unalive him before he could face justice. He has too much pride to unalive himself. Like when you're that big of a narcissist, you're not gonna do that. But I could see Vince paying someone to unalive him just so he can avoid justice. That's why I want them to move faster on this. So maybe the Day of Reckoning that is going to face WWE don't even got anything to do with the product. Maybe it comes in the form of Janelle Grant taking WWE to the cleaners in a case. A separate case. Because again, if she wins this, she definitely has a case for damages against WWE, for sure.
Oh, big time.
Huge. And I think that's what her legal representation is going to tell her to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you could nail a billionaire to the cross, oh, you could definitely get WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know how fucked up this justice system is. It's very hard to nail down a billionaire. Very. What type of stupid ass question is that? Do y'all really believe Janelle? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Do you?
I mean, look at Vince's behavior on screen.
Right.
Can only imagine.
Right.
That's how bad it is off screen.
Right. So my question to you is, do you believe Vince? Yeah. Like what? I don't know if I like that question. Like, dude, there's people. Are you serious? Y'all have never seen us do this live. Because typically me and Warner talk about this stuff off screen to avoid drama because we don't like drama on this show.
Mm-hmm.
But typically, I me and Warner, we'll discuss something, in regard to the show, this, that, and the third. I have final say, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. Boom, it's done. But Warner, can we both unanimously agree that it might be time to pack C-Can up?
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Nah. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. All right, man. It was nice knowing you, dog. It was nice knowing you. It was nice knowing you. That's not even opinion. That's just, dude, you fall underneath that category of people that in your eyes, nothing involved with WWE, nothing surrounding WWE, nobody that has ever even grazed the WWE's ugly ass W corporate logo can do any wrong. You are just by that question alone, you just proved to me that you are one of those people. I had to get you out of here, bro. That's crazy work. Because you know the first thing guys, y'all should know the first thing I'm finna say. What if that was your daughter? What if that was your mom? What if that was your sister? Now, and I'm not even, and the crazy part, Warner will tell you this, I'm not even one of those believe all women type of people. I'm not. I'm actually not.
He really is like the last person to believe a woman.
I'll be like, let me get all the facts first.
Mm-hmm.
But like, dude, there's so much evidence to the situation that shows that Vince McMahon is exactly the person that Janelle Grant is litigating him for. Like, are you serious? There's even a system and a culture in place that was around to protect him from this shit. If she was wrong, what took them so long? Let me say that again. If she's so wrong, what took them so long? Oh, I know what took them so long. Again, there was a structure and a system in place to protect him from being put in a situation to where he was held accountable. And now you're starting to see the empire crumble.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There's enough evidence that he should be in prison right now. Right. Dude, if this is a white billionaire, if they didn't have anything, this would have already been a wrap. Let me say that again. Vince McMahon is a white billionaire. If they felt it was nothing, this would have already been a wrap. This would have been done. This wouldn't even have made it to the point of where it is. It wouldn't have even went to Discovery. So what the fuck are you talking about? I'm smart enough to know that there's a lot of innocent men that have been locked up and or killed because a woman lied. Men that have had their reputations destroyed, bank accounts emptied out because a woman lied. Trust me, I'm very aware. This ain't one of them situations, dog. Do you know the amount of legal resources that it takes to take down a billionaire? Seriously. Yeah, man. I don't think anybody will disagree. Werner or anybody in the Truth Seekers will disagree that was a good moment to pack him up. Because I ain't gonna lie, we saw little comments like that from him in the past, like little stuff like that where he just said something where we just like, what? And we just kind of let him rock. But like, nah, not on this topic. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Had to get you out of there, bro. Sorry. That's when you lose all respect. That's when it exits the realm of opinion and enters. You want to drop down on both knees and give him fellatio if you could. That's ridiculous, dude. Yeah, no, we don't want people like you in our stream, dude. Respectfully. All right, let me read a couple comments. Hold on. Oh, and let me get, yeah. Hold on real quick. Let me give credit to Adrian Carpenter. Let me actually give him some credit. Adrian Carpenter, pause if necessary, has been on C-Can's neck since the moment Adrian Carpenter started watching our streams.
That's true.
I cannot take his credit away from him. DC is still not a wrestling city, but I can't take his credit away from him.
That's right.
I can't. I cannot take his credit. Yeah, man. Straight up. Yeah, no, and I don't want it to be one of them things where it's like y'all think I'm apologizing for packing him up. Nah, it's not even just that. It's just we try to give people rope until they hang themselves. You know? But this motherfucker asked us, do we really? What? And y'all thought I was joking when I said that there's people that would die for WWE. That would like die defending WWE, like literal death. Some of y'all was like, that might be a step too far. I was like, no, it's not. Ooh, buddy. And this should also prove not every conspiracy theory is wrong.
Right?
Good Lord. Oh, man. Said a white billionaire that actually enjoys full-blown and casual racism had his wife drugged on TV for a storyline. Grow women on TV had sexual acts in his limousine. Yeah, I mean, dude, the evidence is in front of the camera and off the camera. How much more do you need? Oh, man. But speaking of people that it's just, you find yourself asking, how much more do you need? Of my sanity, at least. Guys, it's time to get to a portion of the show that causes you great disdain in your heart. But we have to do it because these people must be exposed. So if y'all know what portion of the show is coming up, go ahead and drop that thang in the comment section. But even if you decide you are not going to because you hate engaging with our show, I'm going to tell your little lazy ass anyway. It's time for us to hold one special. Dumbass! Accountable. It is time for drone accountability. Let go.
This is from Twitter. This is from Pro Wrestling Dome.
Give me a fucking knife. Where do they get these damn names?
I have no idea.
Good Lord. Okay, go ahead.
They say, and I quote, "Am I wrong for saying Jay feels more like a champ than Gunther? Did his entire world title run? Question mark."
Sir, first of all, the way you delivered that, what the fuck?
I'm going word for word.
Warner reads like a fourth grader with a concussion. But
I will send this to you to prove.
But I addressed Jey Uso. Y'all should go back and watch Monday's review. I lit Jey Uso the fuck up. I couldn't hold it back anymore. There was a lot of clip-worthy material in that review on Monday, but yet no clips. I don't know. But yet I saw people using my talking points on Twitter. That's intriguing. It's intriguing. You're welcome, by the way. But yeah, I don't want to do it tonight. I addressed him on Monday. I pretty much had to just lay it all out there about Jay at this point. You know, and everything I say when it comes to them, you know, these people as a talent, it's with, well, in his case, lack thereof. It's in all due respect because I don't know Jey Uso personally. Okay, now this is the one personal thing. I'm not gonna lie. Do I think he sniffs coke? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah. Guys, I was a promoter at one point, and I know what it looks like when people do that shit. And it looks like Jey Uso. You can't convince me otherwise. Again, he would have to show me ballot proof. He would have to give me the real ID of sobriety. I would not believe anything that he said until he showed me proof. I would have to go through his entire house. It just, no, absolutely not. But Weekly Steel Chair came through with 5 pounds, said, that word kills me, these cockwombles, let's hire them for defense duty as they defend the coke weight champion of the world. The problem too is, though, Weekly Steel Chair, is it's not even justifiable. Like, if he had some talent of note, like, let's say this was Austin Theory. Like, if he had some talent of note, I don't think I would be as, you know, like, critical of him. Like, I really don't. But there's no talent there in any aspect. Not on the mic, not in the ring, not from a psychology standpoint, not from any standpoint, not from a standing room only, not from a press box, not from a suite, not from a goddamn taco shack, not from nothing. They're defending one of the worst pro wrestlers I've ever seen in my life. And I've been watching wrestling a long time. So yeah, that's my biggest issue with it. Honestly, that's my biggest issue with it. Like, he's not even talented. And they'll hit you with that, just like how people, like iPhone people, be like, but that FaceTime no, as a reason of why they don't have an Android. Be like, that's it? That's it? You're subconsciously admitting that an Android is a better phone when you say that. Like, you know that, right? It's like that, but with Jey Uso. But that entrance, though. So what? The dude talks like a fucking caveman on meth. So what? His fucking wrestling tagline name should be Snowman Jey Uso. Yeah, if you tripping over a bubble of a text color, you got bigger priorities in life that you need to fucking handle. Straight up. There's women out here missing out on husbands because the man that they had interest in has an android. That's where we're at as a society in 2025.
Yeah.
And that's how it is with Jey Uso. Oh, you don't know nothing of wrestling. You've had even like media pundits run out here and say that shit. Oh, you know nothing of wrestling if you think Jey Uso is bad. For fuck's sake, you had Fuego del Sol trying to sit here and lecture you on why Jey Uso's in the position he's in. Like, motherfucker, what have you done? What have you done? Homie, we've made the New York Times. Fuego, have you? Oops.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh.
Oops. Uh-oh. Homie, and you don't want to go to real life. You don't want to go to real life. My real life shits on most wrestlers, and that's not a flex. That's just true. My real life shits on most wrestlers. But you have Fuego del Sol running out here lecturing people on why they should like Jey Uso, and if you don't, something's wrong with you. What? Man, fuck Jey Uso. like you gotta like him. I don't gotta do shit. Yeah, snowman emojis in the comment section. This is like year one me right here, Warren. I'm just unchained tonight.
I know.
I'm unchained tonight. This is before we were monetized.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I was.
These were back in the Friday night days.
Yeah, man, I was mad unchained. I just said whatever came to my mind. Obviously, I made sure it was rooted in some semblance of truth and logic, but like, Jesus. Frosty the Yeet Man is kind of funny. Yeah, Apollo came through with the 5 smackaroo saying, a caveman on meth has me in tears right now. I can't breathe. What? It's the truth.
It's truth.
Like, damn. Yeah, shit. You know what? My house keys fell. That means a whole different thing in Jey Uso's house. Shit. Man, oh man, oh man. Stop forcing Jey Uso on people. WWE fans and Fuego del Sol.
Yeah. Damn it.
Said 4 letters, 1 word. Oh, Coke. Yeah, that motherfucker got ugh on the back of his. Kiss my ass. Dude, are you serious?
The fact that is over is retarded.
Oh. This shit is ass. It's just ass.
We're so lazy that is over.
Dude, a fucking constipation sound is over with that audience. WWE is like the drizzling shits, homie. This ain't even a WWE review, but y'all got me started. It's so bad. Oh, man. And that transitions me right into what we not gonna do. God damn it. WWE fans and Fed walkers, this what we not gonna do. Guys, and oh, man, dude, it was like still my talking points week on Twitter. Jesus Christ. So far this week has been still my talking point. It is a lot of people that apparently watch our show that just don't give us credit to point back to us. Because, homie, the amount of people that I saw saying, why are WWE fans trying to All Lives Matter Battleground in Saturday night's main event into being good with Double or Nothing? I said, wait a minute. Didn't I start that? Can y'all please, can my children's, can my cheerins, that's what I'm gonna start calling y'all. Can all my cheerings, you know what I'm saying, return back home and give me the check I'm owed? Because I've been seeing that talking point on Twitter all week long so far, and I'm like, where is this coming from? And then I bet you if you tag them and go, oh, you got that from here, they was, I've never even watched that show. I don't know. You bullshit. 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 Because it came out of nowhere. And typically when something comes out of nowhere, that means someone got it from somewhere. Shit just don't magically appear. That's not how life works. There was no gradual buildup to that talking point. So that lets me know they got it from me. That lets me know they got it from me. That ain't no conspiracy theory. Can y'all please give me my credit? Please. I just want to kick off by saying that. Yeah, it came out of nowhere because they got it from me. But yet, cheerings, can y'all please give me my check, man? I need my reparations, man. Can y'all run that bag, homie? Because, boy, I saw that up and down Twitter. Werner, I saw it up and down Twitter. I said, wait a minute. Hold on. Stop the presses. Wait, what? Oh, and one person was like, yeah, and I think that, it's coded language and all that stuff. I'm like, damn, you stealing my talking points down to the detail. And I know what these people be thinking. Oh, I have bigger reach. They don't have more followers. Typically, that's the crazy part. Twitter is a weird place. People that have way less followers than you seem to get more engagement. It's so
isn't
weird.
that weird?
It's so strange. It's like that on Facebook too. Like Instagram is all right, but like Facebook and Twitter, it's like you could have 100,000 followers and it'll reach like 3,000 people. But here's this person with like 2,000 followers and damn near everything they post is fucking viral. It ain't a diss song. It's a real song. Ain't no hate in my blood. Trust me. Because we didn't have like 8 posts go viral on Twitter in like the last 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I've noticed that. That is so strange to me. So Twitter, y'all need to get that in order. Y'all need to go ahead and get that in order. But this is what we not gonna do. It was that and also this. WWE fans and fan walkers, it needs to stop being every time AEW has a pay-per-view or a show like tonight that blows anything WWE has done this year out of the water. Can y'all stop All Lives Mattering WWE events alongside AEW events to share the credit? You know why? Because that's a coping mechanism. When y'all do that, it is a coping mechanism. Because instead of outright admitting one or two things, instead of outright admitting AEW just had the best show that weekend, or admitting that WWE just ain't holding a candle to what AEW is doing and holding your product accountable, you rather go, enjoy all wrestling. No. Nah. That's what we not gonna do. I cannot do that with y'all. Because now I'm on Twitter calling it out. So for me to be on Twitter calling it out when I'd rather do it on stream, that speaks volumes. Because now I'm just out here calling it out now. Y'all got to stop. Battleground was not good. Saturday night's main event was not good. Hell, Saturday night's main event couldn't be good on the basis of how many commercials was on the damn show. You got more commercial than wrestling. So how can you lump a show that was more commercial than wrestling in with fucking Double or Nothing? And here's the second half of what we not gonna do. Brian Alvarez, for the love of fuck, and I would have thought Werner would have went off on this. For the love of fuck.
I thought you were gonna go with this.
Stop. For the love of fuck. AEW pay-per-views are not too long when you're actually getting your money's worth, you fucking dipshit. Because I'm getting sick of you, motherfucker. I'm getting real sick of you, dog. I'm getting so sick of you. And then you got all these WWE dorks praising Battleground for being, oh, it was so focused. It was only 5 matches. I don't like long pay-per-views. Oh, my God. For Stephanie Vacour to retain, right? Just for her to lose her title to JC Jane on a random NXT. WWE always finds a way of making you idiots look stupid. They always find a way to make y'all look dumber than y'all already are. But Brian Alvarez, shut the fuck up. Stop giving these drones ammo. They don't need any. You too, Meltzer. Stop. Stop giving these drones ammo. They don't need any more. Let them die off with their shitty product. Please. Pro wrestling discourse would become way better without WWE drones butting their head in pro wrestling conversations. Stop. Stop. For the love of God, stop. Stop moving that narrative forward. You're getting your money's worth. Shut the fuck up. And if it upsets you because you got to do a show after it and you don't want to stay up that late, well, bitch, don't watch it. You getting on my last fucking nerve, homie. And I know some snitch is going to send this clip to him. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Send it to him. It's annoying. Because it's starting to feel like AEW can do no right. So not only did you run this AEW can do no right narrative, in a sense, you gave drones a new talking point. They don't need any more. Let them die off. Dickhead, what's wrong with you? Y'all need to start holding media just as accountable as y'all need to be holding WWE accountable. They're too long. And I mean, the moment Brian Alvarez said that, out of nowhere, I'm seeing drones talk about that AEW pay-per-view is too long. I'm not watching it. You didn't watch it in the first place. Fool. You didn't watch it in the first place. Because if you did, you probably would have liked it. Dunce cap. For the love of God. Stop projecting WWE's failures on AEW. WWE can't provide a show worthy of even being 4.5 hours, so let's project it onto AEW. Stop. You know what's crazy too, Warner? I actually saw people, this is not a joke, I actually saw people saying Anarchy in the Arena was just uncontrolled violence and it wasn't focused and no one should have cared about it. Basically, Warner, they're back. I told, pardon me, because it's only so few talking points they have, I told Warner, they always cycle back to their original talking points that they had from the beginning. Now they're back on Outlaw Indie Mud Show. That's where we are again. And now Brian Alvarez is giving them another talking point. AEW pay-per-view too long. But 2 nights of WrestleMania and SummerSlam isn't? Why can't Brian Alvarez ever keep that same fucking energy? And don't cop please now, because I know how people like him operate. He thinks he's like mega media trained and he's so smart. He's going to be like, well, you got to show me where I said that. I never said that WWE was right for 2 nights. I never said that. Dude, distinction without a difference. If you're going to hold a candle to AEW for pay-per-view length, you should do the same with whom? Now, if you're media trained, you would know that. And don't pull up some little half-ass clip of you like vaguely mentioning WWE pay-per-view lengths. Don't do that shit either, because that's not going to work. I know how to rebuttal that too. I'm not going to tell you how I'm going to rebuttal it, but if you pull that out, I know how to rebuttal it, homie. Yeah, don't pull a whole, you took me out of context. Nope, ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Because if I took you out of context, that means all of the WWE drones that were parroting your talking point took you out of context too. Are you willing to step into that war? I doubt it. Are you willing to step into that war with drones? I doubt it. You and Meltzer, I highly doubt that y'all want to sit up all night debating drones. But cut that shit out. That's what we not gonna do. Werner, you the main person. I'm not mad at you because you didn't know I was gonna do this. But you the main person that when Brian Alvarez started this shit, and I want to say, what was it, like year 2 or year 3 of AEW?
Yes.
When he started
him and that guy we packed up, Huntsman.
Oh, we packed him all the way up. He ain't been seen since.
Again, I didn't want to steal your thunder. That's why I didn't, because when I heard you say we're going to, so I'm like, all right, you got that. I'm going to leave it alone.
Well, now the floor is open.
This motherfucker right here. I don't want to. The pay-per-view is too long because I have kids. Get a fucking babysitter. Here's a crazy thought. Let the mom be a parent for once. Oh, there we go. I talked to everyone at AEW except Tony, and they say it's too long. Bullshit.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that right before the show. Bullshit. That is the biggest crock of bullshit ever.
Don't watch. Watch it the next day.
Right.
It's not going to hurt your bottom little line. Well, we did a show for 30 minutes. Oh, my God. Everyone was complaining. You know what? When I did my show with Brian.
Prove it.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Prove it. Brian, prove it. Prove it.
Take it out of your paywall and prove it.
Prove it. That's what I'm saying.
When I did my show with David, after we stopped talking about someone dying or whatever, we only spent 30 minutes on the pay-per-view. Prove it.
Prove it. If you feel
You're full of shit.
If you feel so attacked by what we saying, prove it. Drop a name.
And the only reason why you're in the position you are is Dave Meltzer was like, yeah, you'll do.
Yeah, he brought you along.
Yeah, he brought you along because 10 years ago, no one knew you from Adam.
You're a failed wrestler. Don't act like we don't know that. See, I had to quit because of injury. You had to quit because of mediocrity. Prove it. Drop a name. We don't even, matter of fact, you ain't even got to drop 2-3 names. Drop a name. Give me a name. Oh, that's not media literacy. You never drop your sources. This, that, and the third. Nah. Because that's a mighty big claim to put out there without naming a name, homie.
And here's another thing. You mentioned the 2 nights of SummerSlam WrestleMania. Let's bring it back. Let's look at the weekend of July 12th. We have NXT and Saturday Night's main event on the same night. So how many hours is that going to be?
Homie.
I bet you it's going to be more than AEW.
Homie. Between both nights of WrestleMania, and I need somebody to pull this up. Somebody pull up the length of WrestleMania between night 1 and night 2 this year combined. Because I remember the days, obviously, where WrestleMania was one night. WrestleMania was like an all-day event. All-day and all-night event.
Yeah, you went to New York and it got done at 1 a.m.
Yeah, I was there. I've never been to an AEW event that has kept me there until 1 a.m. Ever, Brian, ever. And most importantly, dude, you know what your job is. Why are you not better prepared for this?
Well, because I have kids and I have to put
boo
them to bed.
fucking who?
Oh my God.
Oh.
I can't. No one else can do that except me.
Boo fucking who?
Here's another thing. It's a holiday weekend. Let them stay the fuck up.
Like you're not fooling nobody. Now you just throwing shit against a wall to see what fucking sticks. And it was a point where I actually had some respect for you, dude. But now you just sound like a compromised dork.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
It's busted open light. That's all.
That's
it
what
is
it's
now.
turned. That's a good one. That's exactly what it turned into. It is diet busted open.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, Warner. That was spot on. That's exactly what Wrestling Observer has turned into. Said 14 hours. The pre-show for both nights was 4 hours, 7 hours for both nights.
Still longer than AEW.
And how can you say that, Brian? How can you say that when WWE is currently in the process of bombarding the average viewer with content? They're bombarding viewers so much with content that they're on fucking Tubi right now. Tubi. Where is the same energy? Show me the same energy. What is the only day of the only day or days of the week that WWE isn't on television? Good
Thursday?
Lord.
Yeah, Thursday's the only day. Thursday and Saturday if they don't have a pay-per-view.
Where's the energy? I'm not sure if your electricity provider is ComEd wherever you live, Brian, but where I am is ComEd. Who's providing your electricity, sir? Where's the energy? I need to know where your energy is sourced from. Now, I'm not going to go into conspiracy theories and pocket watching like, oh, he must be getting the WWE back. I ain't going to do nothing like that. Homie, I'm going to call you out on your logic. Because you clearly have energy for one and not for the other. And don't send me no clip of you mildly addressing WWE having 2 nights of a show. No, don't send me some little clip of you mildly addressing it. Because, dude, whenever you say something about AEW, it's super aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a rage baiter. Yeah, he's a rage baiter. That's all he is at this stage of his career. He's a rage baiter. He fans the flames. Yes, I agree. And I used to have respect for him. I did. Because just like Meltzer, at one point, he was unbiased. He wasn't doing that give with one hand, take with the other reporting and journalism. But now both him and Meltzer are doing it. Okay, you got to praise something about WWE so we don't get attacked by their fans.
Right.
Grow a set. I done had drones underneath that damn Jey Uso post attacking Covalent TV left and damn right. But you know what? Am I responding to any of them? No. Am I giving them any energy? No. Because Jey Uso is a terrible fucking promo and terrible at his job. I'm not backing off of that shit. Even people who said they were Jey Uso supporters are in that comment section like, man, I'm a Jey Uso fan, but that shit was ass. Maybe you should try not responding to every fucking fan that says something to you, and you might have more sanity. Not everything warrants a reaction.
But I might lose fans.
Then you in too deep. You need to do something else.
Right, exactly.
You need to get a life. Did y'all go back and hold on real quick before we light the fuse? Did y'all go back and watch the clip of Jey Uso during that promo when he was pacing and them 2 fans in Yeet shirts, his brand new Yeet shirt, laughing at him? Did y'all go back and look at that? That was homework. I wanted y'all to actually go back and look at that. There were people laughing. Like, I swear it was like that moment of, at that moment, they knew they fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet they was like, man, can we go back and get a refund on it? No, you can't. You aborted the J train, right? Oh, and whoa, Craig Braveheart, you've been on the ball tonight. I'm not gonna lie. For you to be over there on Twitter, where I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of people watching, but shit, comments wise, it'd be a damn ghost town.
Mm-hmm.
Because first of all, Twitter is not the best equipped for live streams. They don't have like a really robust comment section. So, but like Craig Braveheart came through with another fire ass comment. Said, how are they gonna WWE gonna book shows the same nights as the Beyonce concert? Because WWE is so separated from mainstream and cultural impact that they do not understand how big it is that Beyonce is going to be in town at the same time as them.
Yep.
Remember, the person that's booking the show doesn't see color.
Yep.
That shows how culturally disconnected they are to real life in other races. Because when I found that out, because I had saw that, when I found that out, I said, oh my God, they're stupid. You think the average black woman that was going to go to that Evolution event is going to miss out on going to a Beyonce concert to go watch their shitty form of women's wrestling for however many hours it lasts?
Right.
Oh, and by the way, guys, be on the lookout for this. This is something I was going to say for Friday, but I guess I'll give it up now. Watch out for this. All of a sudden, there's going to be this heightened importance placed on women's wrestling for like the next month.
Yep.
Mark my words. You going to see Stephanie McMahon come back out there? My name is...
I created the revolution.
That's the real reason why Stephanie and Jordan are getting called up.
Mm-hmm.
In case you wanted to know the real reason, that's the real reason why Stephanie and Jordan are getting called up. They're trying to move tickets for that show. But WWE has not built up enough intrigue in their women's division for people to even give a fuck. Now, do we know that there's that base of drones that are going to buy tickets anyway? Of course. Of course. But to run side by side against a Beyonce concert in a city as black as fucking Atlanta.
Yeah.
How stupid can you be? They want to be mainstream so bad, but yet they're so disconnected from it. For fuck's sake, their world champion is using a fucking catchphrase from Vine from like 10 years ago. But they want to be mainstream. Y'all can't even keep up with the times. Oh boy. Anything else you want to say, Warner? Get something off your chest before we light the fuse.
Go away, Brian. Just go away. Your shows are not funny. You're not entertaining. Just go away.
Dude, you could tell he just thinks he's the smartest guy in the fucking room.
Oh, he's one of those snooty motherfuckers who has to have his nose up to everything. I'm a wrestling fan. I know more than you.
Like, just listen to the way he talks.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, when this happened on this show, I was going, what are they thinking? Honestly. Like, I'm just like, dude, you sound like a fucking Valley girl. All right, man. It's time to light the fuse. Bring the boom.
Dynamite.
Dinamite. Dinamite.
Dynamite.
Tony
Moné
is in the ring, and he introduces your 2025 Owen Hart Foundation tournament winner and number one contender to the AEW World Championship, Hangman Adam Page. Tony
Moné
congratulates him on the victory over Willith Ospreay the third, and cedes the microphone and the floor. He says over the past 2-3 years, he's lost sight of what matters, and that's not the win or the loss. It's what you decide to do with it. At Double or Nothing, 2 men entered the ring, and one of them would leave defeated. So before he says anything else, ladies and gentlemen, he thanks Will Ospreay for the fight of his life before reminding him why he decided to do it in the first place, dispelling any notion that Will isn't the type of man who could carry the company forward, because he absolutely positively can. And while one has to taste defeat, pause if necessary, the other tastes victory, but he can't relish it because he's a mustard man, because he knows he'll never hold or defend his title.
You're right there. Yeah.
Because he'll never hold or defend his title around his waist, and next year there will be another tournament to crown another champion. So he will return it tonight, and he returns the Owen Hart Tournament belt. So he gives it to Toni before turning back to the camera, and he says this is what it's always been about, the AEW World Championship. The accomplishment he's chased from the first moment we all saw these 3 letters together for the first time. For 7 months, that title has been hidden from the world, locked away in a briefcase, and to Hangman, that title was to be a shining light to show the world what those 3 letters meant. Competition, creativity, compassion, passion, and the human dignity in which we all treat each other. At this point, the crowd is going absolutely apeshit for him, because this promo was hitting on every cylinder possible. Now, this is a pat ourselves on the back moment. We got to do it. This is why we said on the Dynasty review, thank you to Tony Khan for staying the course with the Death Riders. And I said one thing in particular. I said to everybody watching our show, because the moment that title is taken out of that briefcase, it is going to be a huge moment, and Tony Khan should build towards that. So let me just take an opportunity to say this. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Because that lets me know he watches our show. That lets me know he watches our show. Because I said in particular, if he makes that a story, watch out.
Mm-hmm.
And I also said, this is why you stay the course and build mega heels. Do y'all all remember when I said that? Mega heels make mega baby faces. Remember when I said that?
Yep.
He listened. And anybody who tags him in our streams, I appreciate you. Mo, I appreciate you. But he listened. Because that's exactly what I said, word for word. Let's keep it going. So he was like basically saying how he wants to have that moment where he pulls it out the briefcase, hold it over his head for all to see, and he'll carry it and defend it with every ounce of his being, and that's a promise he will keep. The crowd is going ape shit for him because Hangman is just over like Rover. He is knocking everything out the park. He has proven me and Warner wrong of how the opinion we had of him like year 1 and year 2, year 3. He's turned it around.
This is definitely a more interesting Hangman to be a world champion.
Yes. But Tony said, oh, no. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. I'm going to wind a story back that had even more stakes. Then the music hits the speakers. Whose house?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh my goodness, Tony is getting it. I'm going to make this part a long story short. So Willith Ospreay
the third
will come out there because Swerve basically wanted answers, and he's like, dude, the young and I swear, dude, Tony, this is that stride that we said if he can hit this stride, there's no looking back. We've been saying this since year 2 of AEW.
Yep.
We've been saying if he could hit this stride right here, there is no looking back. He ties in the Young Bucks clip of them saying, Hangman, we did that for you because you wanted to make sure Swerve couldn't win that championship. And Swerve is like, well, was it you? Is this all you're doing? Because you did rob me of that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Came out there on unfinished business. Willith Ospreay at the third. He came out there basically like, yo, I trust this guy. He put it all on the line. We all put it on the line. Let's combine and make this company into what we know it can be. So now there's like this confliction at the top because Swerve basically tells Will Ospreay to fuck off. Like, no, this dude took everything from me. That belt should be mine. So what that established, ladies and gentlemen, if you're paying attention, mega heels made mega baby faces. Because what is the common thread and denominator with all three of these guys? Who have they faced?
Jon Moxley.
Oops. So for all you that's why I kept saying, all you Death Rider haters and Moxley haters, I kept saying it was bad faith, misplaced hate. Mega heels make mega baby faces. Every man standing out there got a huge reaction. And do you know why? Because it is all surrounding the championship in which whom holds?
Jon Moxley.
You dumb motherfuckers. Y'all are so used to that goddamn 1 minute popcorn style of storytelling that fucking WWE does that y'all can't see through the goddamn weeds when a company is actually booking something properly. Because y'all are not used to nice things. See that? See that? See how I just broke you motherfuckers down? Rebuttal that. See, Meltzer, Alfred, this is why I don't argue with these motherfuckers on Twitter. Because I could mic drop them in one sentence. Why waste my time responding to these people? In their mind, AEW could do no right, no way. The pay-per-view was so good that they had to bitch and moan about pay-per-view length. Can't you tell that's bad faith, dumbass? You've been in the business long enough to where you should know that that's bad faith. Fool. Oh, Moxie's boring. Oh my God. Cut it out. If Swerve, Ospreay, and Hangman are carrying in the light, Moxley is carrying in the shadows. If Swerve, Ospreay, and Hangman are Superman, guess who Moxley is?
Batman.
Boom. Come on now. I don't like Moxley. He boring. Death Rider shock. Oh my God. But yet, guess who has the most interesting storyline going today? Come on now. We don't get on these streams and say stuff. You guys just love everything AEW does. No, we love what they're doing because they're actually doing it right.
Where do you see this in WWE? Anyone?
How soon you forget about the Roman Reigns bloodline thing? Oh, you mean
that was trash?
Oh, you mean the vehicle to get Roman Reigns over because he couldn't with his own natural charisma? That? Oh, you mean watching every wrestler in the company get sacrificed to Roman Reigns just so he could get the vindication of Vince McMahon's acceptance? That?
Kevin Owens losing, 40 times in title matches?
Think about how many bodies they had to put in the goddamn freezer to get Roman Reigns over. It could fill up a morgue, maybe 2 of them. They had to sacrifice all of their main event caliber stars to get Roman over. That alone negates any bloodline defense. For fuck's sake, they had him give The Undertaker his second loss at WrestleMania.
Yep. To get him over. And that didn't even work.
That bloodline storyline is garbage, and it was garbage, and it always has been garbage. Adrian Carpenter came through with 5 smack rules, said drones don't know what good booking is because they watch WWE and brainwash think that garbage is proper booking. I just said that. Yeah, man. They so used to that goddamn 1 minute popcorn ass booking, dude. That's all they know. See, but James Murray, that's something I called a while ago. I said, when the Roman Reigns reign was going on, that they're not going to have any stars on the other side of it. And guess what? Look at what's happening right now. Their best storyline is with a washed Seth Rollins and 2 LeBron breakers. Come on, man. And his fucking dumbass cousin.
I love you so.
Oh, I'm sorry, cousins. My bad. And I dare one of you goofballs to say that John Cena storyline is intriguing.
It's the best one I've ever done.
No, you only did it because your storylines were so bad that you wasn't moving tickets for your biggest pay-per-views during the road to WrestleMania. But Swerve had ended up saying Hangman is full of shit. And yeah, Swerve he wasn't buying any of it. So now the mega heel is causing a divide between all of the mega faces by merely existing. This is why you have a mega heel.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, this is why you have mega heels, plural. But Moxley is doing such a good job that do they really need a heel, another heel at his level?
No.
They could. I think they could, but why would they need it? Moxley's doing such a good fucking job.
He's doing better than that generational talent. Oops.
That could have easily been him. He just doesn't want to try. All right, y'all, let's keep it going. We got a recap of the amazing is going to age like fine wine, Anarchy in the Arena. Then the Death Riders, including Gabe Kidd, roll into town in a huge truck and get out. Moxley welcomes us to Dynamite as they make their way into the arena. And guys, we would get the Death Riders consisting of Gabe Kidd, Moxley, and Marina Shafir going against Mark Briscoe, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Willow.
He's so freaking adorable.
This felt like a mini Anarchy in the Arena.
Mm-hmm.
And what I loved about this match overall, first of all, Chico. What I loved about this match overall was the unpredictability of what was going to happen next. Just like Anarchy in the Arena. Even though it was supposed to be like this controlled match, when it delved into chaos, you were just kind of like, oh, I'm getting that feeling again.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody performed extremely well. Willow looked great in this. Moxley, Marina. You could tell Marina is enjoying herself out there too, might I add.
Yeah.
Like, dude, everybody is enjoying themselves. Even Gabe Kidd was hyped up.
Can you say that about any other company right now?
No. Dude, even Gabe Kidd was out there hype as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a young wrestler, this is the place to be. Let's just call it what it is. If you think it's not the place to be, that's fine. If you think WWE is still your dream and all that stuff, that's fine. But just know that I think Tony Khan is reaching a point of where it's no takebacks. Cool. That's your dream? All right, cool. No takebacks. Hope it works out. Oh, and by the way, I know there was somebody that wanted me to mention this, and I'm only going to do this briefly because we gotta get into the match. Matter of fact, let me give the result before I talk about this. Death Riders won by referee stoppage with a bulldog choke from Jon Moxley on Mark Briscoe after a cheat code of a match. Now, let me talk about this. The first and most significant domino has dropped on the WWE ID program. And some people might think it's minor because they might go, oh, I don't even know who that person is. But it's a domino that is going to make a loud reverberation. There is already one wrestler that has disconnected from the WWE ID program.
Really?
His name is Freedom something. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Now, of course, in the video that he posted, he was doing the whole, I'm happy for the opportunity, thank you, blah, blah, blah. Of course he did that. He's a young wrestler. He thinks that's what he needs to do to keep his bridges unburnt.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're reaching the failure stage of the WWE ID program. Where WWE, we told y'all this on the WWE ID stream, they're not going to be able to show the tender love and care and maintenance that a program like this requires. They're not going to want to sink the resources into it. All they're going to be willing to do is give these promoters a sticker. Yeah, put WWE ID on your show, on your flyer. And Werner, this is a talking point. You ready? Mm-hmm. So, guys, again, if you're going to copy our talking points and bring this up on Twitter, at least source it back to us. Werner, did we or did we not say? Hold on, Werner, you ready? Mm-hmm. Did we or did we not say that these young wrestlers are going to start getting hurt in the bookings and getting hurt in the pocket because people aren't going to want to touch them?
Right.
So what? Go ahead.
We brought this back up. What when WWE ID was putting on their little Twitter account? Hey guys, don't forget you can book your WWE ID wrestlers anytime. Just reach out to the wrestler. You don't need to reach out to us.
So what does this tell you guys? And what do we say? Who is it that somebody in the comment section said we were reaching? Somebody in the comment section said we were reaching when we said these promoters are not going to want to touch these talents. Somebody said we were reaching. It's somebody that is in the comment section right now that said we were reaching. Show yourself. Because I remember it like it was yesterday. Mo said he can't remember. It was somebody.
It was definitely somebody.
Somebody was like, no, I don't think it's that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yes, it is. That's why they had to put that tweet out. These promoters are like, And that also tells me this, that wall that we said was going to come down once that program got in full swing of WWE being like, hey, can our ID wrestler go over in this match? I mean, we are lending you our name. Mm-hmm. That also tells me that wall came down. That wall that we said was inevitably going to come down came down. And now these promoters that aren't WWE adjacent are like, fuck you. And now these young wrestlers can't get bookings. I said the only people that program is going to benefit are people that were already on the trajectory to make it anyway, like a Zeta Steel. Zeta Steel was going to make it regardless. Those are the only people that were going to, and I can't even say benefit per se, that were going to be notable of that program. Mm-hmm. Zeta Steel was already on the way up. They just co-opted her. But all of those other talents that don't have the profile of a Zeta Steel or a Jack Cartwheel, guess what? Have you heard anything about them? Because last I heard, it was like hundreds of ID'd wrestlers. Freedom Ramsey. Okay. Yeah, first to many. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it might have been somebody I packed up. Oh, Catherine, you hit it. You might have gotten to Craig Braveheart's bag with that one. Said, what is Kylie Ray gonna do when the WWID program folds? Quit.
Yeah.
Quit. That's what she always does. Quit. And then put out, oh, I'm going there tonight. I'm Unchained Me tonight. And then put out some type of little motherfucking passive-aggressive allegation
Mm-hmm.
and leave it open to interpretation. Made so much sense it rhymed. Oops. Y'all remember when she did that to Jericho?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Mike Patterson, hope you all right, man. Say he was taken to the hospital by ambulance this morning from Disneyland.
Oh,
Just issues, but not my heart. Tomorrow more tests. Hey, man, rest up, bro.
he saw those prices.
Shit. He was planning to go to Evolution. That's what it was.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, respectfully, a lot of people are going to quit. This, Warner, didn't I say this that same stream too? This is going to break a lot of young wrestlers' spirits.
Yep.
Some wrestlers might quit, like never wrestle again. But does WWE care?
Nope.
No.
We'll find him overseas. That's why we're going to have NXT Mexico.
And I don't think AEW is going to want to touch him. They're going to be like, nah.
No.
You were so quick to jump on that ID program. Nah, keep that energy. And I love Zeta still. I do. I really do. She follows us and everything. I love Zeta. But I think that they're going to push her up to a certain point, like they do with most women. Then they're going to fail with her, and then they're going to let her go. And she's just going to flounder on the indies until she hopefully gets a call back from WWE.
Yep.
Or go to TNA until she hopefully gets a call from WWE.
Which they're going to get bought by WWE sooner than later.
And that's one less avenue for a wrestler to go.
Yep.
And by the way, thanks. Well, y'all kept the chat rate at 10 this, so far. Keep it up. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Keep the chat rate up. That's how YouTube knows, hey, man, this stream is popping. Send this stream out to more people.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man, keep the chat rate up. Emojis, comments. If I see a comment, I see it. If I don't, I don't. That's all right. But if you want it seen, you desire it seen so bad, put in a super chat. Put in a Streamlabs link. See it straight away at that point. All right, let's keep it going. We had hour 36.
Oh.
We get a video package for the Hurt Syndicate recapping their successful title defense against the Sons of Texas at Double or Nothing. Then we got Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. Jesus Christ.
I'm like, goddamn, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch.
Kip, I'm sorry for lusting after your wife. No, because he cool people. That's the homie, man. But she was looking good. Well, you know that. God damn it.
Yeah.
You frick her every night. All right. But he does. What? Oh, get that sex thing out of here. Oh, people have sex? Oh. Whoa. Oh, I don't do any of that. The fuck? Why you look at me like that? Sex is sex. Shit. Damn, my bad. Did I offend you?
We are a Puritan country.
Lord. Captain Mormon over here. God damn. All right, but
Joking is only allowed.
Jesus. All right. Just projected on me. All right, but back for commercial. Richard O'Shea cuts a promo in what appears to be the Raw's War warehouse.
Yep.
He says he's starting to get the lay of the land, and he basically wants his own crew as well because he sees that factions are where it's at. And he's going to show why he's out of this world, by the way.
Yes.
Next. Oh, God.
I'm like, goddamn, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch.
Let me suck them titties, baby. Oh, yeah. Let me suck them titties, baby. Let me suck them titties, baby.
Oh, my God.
I'm home.
Anna Booty, Harley Titties, the Megasis, and Penelope Titties in a no DQ match.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. Oh, buddy. Let me tell you something, man. Look, Chico, first and foremost. Mini Chico. The Megasis showed why she is called the Megasis in this goddamn match.
Yes, she did.
She was a force in this fucking match. Everything she did looked impactful. Harley Cameron got a damn nose broke, I think. Then Anna Booty at some point got her nose broke. But Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford won by pinfall with a Doomsday device on Harley Cameron. Penelope, you got to hit that a little more snug next time, though, beloved.
Yep.
God, the table spot was, and these ladies were working stiff, and so was I. These ladies were working extremely stiff, extremely snug. I tell you what, man. The AEW women's division is on fire right now, bro.
Big time.
Harley was a fucking warrior in this match, dude.
Again, Tony showing and proving AEW has the best women's division, but it falls to crickets on certain places.
Tony, get them women's tag belts warmed up, homie. Get them on deck, homie.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
Get them going, dog.
Or a continental title.
Something.
Or an international title. Something.
Yeah, you're gonna have to feed the streets when it comes to the ladies. They starting to get hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Them ladies starting to get hungry. And I like that, and I love seeing that.
Yep.
Because that was one of AEW's biggest flaws at a point. Their women's division was not hitting on cylinders like that.
Well, there was a dark cloud over it.
Yeah, of course. We know who that is.
Yep.
But yeah, no, Tony, it's that time, dog. Start feeding them some more belts, dude. It's that time, man. They earned it. I think that's the word I want to use more than anything. They earned it. YouTube took so many odd likes. That's so crazy, YouTube. Come on now.
Come on.
Hating ass YouTube. We can't have them surpassing our already chosen in the algorithm streamers.
Exactly.
No.
They're not Joe Rogan.
How the fuck we go from 40 likes to 28? Fucking YouTube, 27 now.
Good
Everybody
Lord.
hit your like button again and make sure your like is still on there. All right. Oh, I know that's Werner's wife in thought, even though he wouldn't have sex with her because he looks down on sex.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I do not look
you
down
did.
on
I
sex.
said sex with, I said he fricks his wife. Oh, well, he does what? Oh, no. What the fuck? But Deonna is an interesting case. That girl can go in the ring with the best of them.
Yep.
Problem is the I'm a princess gimmick, like that style of gimmick, only works if you're, how can I say this without it sounding so brutal? It only works if you can carry yourself like how Megan Bayne carries herself.
Right.
You give the virtuosa gimmick to Deonna Purrazzo. I'm sorry, not to Deonna Purrazzo. I mean to Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne probably pulls it off 1,000 times better. You have to have a certain look for that. And Deonna just doesn't have that look.
Yeah, she definitely needs to refresh her character.
Yeah, she has to find a new character. Like how Toni Storm found a new character, Deonna Purrazzo is going to have to find a new character. I said it without sounding harsh. Megan Bayne can be the Megasis because, I mean, for fuck's sake, look at her.
Look at her.
What does the virtuosa really mean when you look like a Jersey girl? She is a Jersey girl. You look like a Jersey girl. And if somebody thinks what I'm saying is so mean and, oh, it's such a bad faith take, look at all of the women who have had success in the business the past 10 to 15 years. They've all switched up gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
It's just that time.
Yeah. Like, that works in a place like Impact because, I mean, let's be real. You had, like, the diva side of, like, the Knockouts division, and then you had the wrestler side of the Knockouts division, like a Deonna Purrazzo. In AEW, you kind of got to be the full package.
Mm-hmm.
Being a good wrestler ain't enough. And I think somebody said that in an interview, like, the people that feel like they couldn't cut it in AEW is because the system is designed for you to get over on your own.
Mm-hmm.
There is no...
Which that's how wrestling should be.
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah, Megan Bayne is this, like, statuesque monster of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Deanna, you got to switch it up, baby. You got to switch it up. And it can't be an Italian-adjacent gimmick like you tried with that one thing with Taya Valkyrie.
Yeah.
That flopped, too.
The Vendetta thing was...
Yeah. You have to do something completely different. Ethan
Be
Page.
a history teacher.
Yeah, Ethan Page said that. Yeah, play into the little school thing you got going. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Do vignettes of you being in a classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Be the new professor. You know how Serena Deeb is the professor? You be the new professor.
Mm-hmm.
The literal professor. Plus, that would get over with the men because that would mean you coming out there in teacher outfits.
Mm-hmm.
You coming out there in teacher wrestling gear.
I'd be in the front row.
You horny ass bitch. But it's not that hard, dog.
No, it's really not that hard.
She thinks the virtuosa is enough, and it's not.
No. It's not working in 2025. Maybe in 2022 in TNA, but not now.
Because on national television, at the level of AEW, people are gonna eventually go, "What the fuck is a virtuosa?"
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I remember saying that when she did her little quick debut match against Charlotte in the warehouse.
Tony Khan don't do gimmicks like that. Then why was one of the mainstays of early AEW Luchasaurus?
Do we forget the librarian gimmick?
Debunked that real fast, didn't I?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Yeah, Jungle Boy. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You gotta think before you speak sometimes.
Who doesn't want to be? Who doesn't want the hot for teacher? Like every woman should want the hot for teacher gimmick, because then they know every guy is going to be buying their merch.
Yeah, so AEW is literally the place for vibrant characters. Yes. Yes, the
Yeah.
historian of wrestling, Deonna Purrazzo. Right. It's not hard. Have vignettes of her walking through a library full of wrestling books.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard. Deonna, the virtuosa is it had a good run. It did. It got you to being a world champion.
3 times over.
But sweetheart, if Toni Storm wasn't above changing her gimmick, sweetie.
Yeah, seriously.
And it feels like no one is telling her that.
Right.
Said, yeah, she could wear a professor's robe to the ring and then go into a detailed explanation of a move or wrestling hold, then win matches, cut promo. Man, dude.
You could do that during the phone.
Homie.
Like she puts somebody in the Boston Crab and like explains the Boston Crab while doing the Boston
She has
Crab.
a mic on the apron, and if she gets somebody into, like a figure 4 leg lock, the figure 4 leg lock invented by, dude, that would be the shit.
Free creative right here.
That would get over. Oh my God. Miguel said Jungle Boy. That's what I'm saying. He said Tony Khan don't do gimmicks like that. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Already addressed that, Pete. Already addressed that.
Yeah.
I said that basically what Serena Deeb does is like a Iceman Dean Malenko version of that. Like, it's not like an actual gimmick. Like, it's not like, oh, she actually comes out there and Professor Rowe. Like, no. We're proposing a full gimmick for Deonna Purrazzo.
Mm-hmm. And if anyone clips this, send it to her.
And it ain't a diss song, it's a real song. We love
Yeah.
Deonna.
We do. Wholeheartedly, passionately, no pause.
Get your... Sir, you don't get your Blue Chew sponsored ass on somewhere. You don't get
In
your
the shower,
Viagra
you
crip
know?
walking ass somewhere. You go to White Castle to stick your dick in the box ass somewhere. Fuck wrong with you? Got horny out of nowhere. Oh, no. Jesus Christ. Now do y'all believe it happened? Now do y'all believe it happened? Oh, Deonna. Yeah, yeah. Oh. I thought you loved her, no pause.
I do.
Oh, okay. Why'd your voice get so high?
Did not get high.
I do. Damn. All right. Yeah, no, he don't have sex, so he don't need the Blue Chew. Right. Yeah, sex is bad. Yeah, oh no, sex is a terrible thing. He fricks his wife.
I have never sounded like that.
Oh, he just made faces. I'm like, Jesus Christ. See, y'all see what happens when y'all engage in the stream? It leads me to want to read more comments. And y'all keep our chat rate up. Now, if YouTube could stop fucking with our likes, we'd be golden.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blue Chew to watch.
Oh my God.
Bruh.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Not the corner of the room, Blue Chew. Oh, shit.
I am definitely not that.
Damn. Steve, that's not how she likes it. Damn it. That's insane. Oh, that was diabolical. Okay. Ooh, that is great. Okay. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen, before I lose my mind. All right, we see Mercedes Moné driven up to the arena in a lowrider holding her Owen Hart Foundation tournament belt high. Obviously, that was a nod to Eddie Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jack Jameson cuts promo after the frat house. The frat house, however that theme song went. About how they were on had a night out in the town. They couldn't find a new member, but that's okay because they're winning the trios titles. And they called the people fat and ugly. Yeah, because we haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
Now we got frat house, which consists of Cole Carter, Griff. We finally got him back on TV, Garrison, because we mentioned him, and now all of a sudden,
he just again proof Tony watches the show.
I swear, bro. And Preston Vance going against the Ops. Obviously, the Ops won. They won by pinfall with a spinning spine bust from Hobbs on Cole Carter. This was actually a decent match. I won't say a mini Chico. It was actually decent. I actually enjoyed it for what it was. Not from like I expected this to be a 5-star match perspective, but for what it was, I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Frat house.
Mm-hmm. Interesting gimmick in 2025.
Frat house. You know what I'm saying? No sex, according to Werner.
Oh, shut up.
No sex. No sex.
More men. Never said
more men. Werner ain't been Catholic since 98.
I've never been Catholic. I don't have the guilt.
Yeah. Talk about abstain. That's funny. That is fucking funny. Yeah, no sex in the champagne room. That is what Werner lives by. He's going to watch that video as soon as we get off of this stream. I must go to my doctrine. Frat house. No sex. Everybody, can we get no sex donations for Werner?
Oh, Jesus.
Can we get no sex donations for Werner? Get off the Streamlabs, lay Cash App in the super chats for the no sex. Frat house. It's so funny. It's so funny to me.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Buy Blue Chew to not get sex only cooked on YouTube. Blue Chew for you. And by the way, Nugenics as well, because she'll like it too.
I saw Nugenix commercials during the show. I'm like, no.
Yeah, because you don't like any sex, no sex, frat house. That's what it is. Okay?
No, it's not that. It's just that's WWE, not AEW.
Lord. Yeah, get him some chastity sense. Yeah, get him some money in him, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no sexy time for no. Werner never has sexy time. It is always abstain o'clock. No.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Grocery store, no sex. Deli sales.
I've come to talk
house.
to you again.
Free cheese. No, it's not. Oh, man. Mail aisle. I'll buy everything.
What?
Oh, shit. Okay. We got to get money for the no sex frat house fund for Werner.
Oh, Jesus.
It has to happen. All right. Oh, God. Jesus, be offense for me, Lord. Back from commercial, Renee Salmon Croquette interviews Jamie Hayter. I think she knows I call her Salmon Croquette now. She was staring at me in the scrum like, you. I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, shit. She knows. I looked at her straight in the eyes and I said, no sex, frat house. But Hayter, she's out there with Jamie Hayter. Hayter admits what next is the quest for her, and the lights go out. Ooh. Half biohazard, half spider, half skull appears on the Tron. And Thekla, first of all, hold on.
I'm like, goddamn, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch, you dirty bitch.
Thekla, baby, let me tell you something. I don't know if you was hitting that gym hard between that last Stardom little thing and this, but goddamn, that body.
Dear Lord.
That body. Look, ma'am, Thek, I'm gonna call you Thek, ma'am, ma'am. Boy, if y'all ever wondered the type of body type I like on women that are 5'3" and under, there it is, right there.
Ooh.
There it is, right there. That is the body type I love on a woman 5'3" and under, right there. Good Lord. Should I call her Speeder Woman? Yeah, Speeder Woman. Yeah, dude. And Jamie Hayter, I'm not going to take away your credit either.
Oh.
That thickness is coming back strong. Is it like something with women from the UK or something? Wait. Is Toni from Australia?
Toni's from Australia.
I could have sworn she was
from
from the UK.
Austria.
I didn't say nothing about Thekla. I said
Oh.
I was talking about Jamie Hayter, sir. But Jamie Hayter, that thickness is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't the United Kingdom technically colonize Australia?
Yes.
Aha! Gotcha, bitch.
With prisoners.
But that colonized nonetheless. All right. That is technical. Yes.
Well,
and
you
New
know
Zealand.
Britain, they love to colonize everything.
Yeah, they do. And then drop their tea everywhere in their stupid fucking soccer.
Yep.
But yes,
Which they suck at.
Damn, Warner, shit. No sex.
No.
I hate soccer.
You know what?
No
Think
sex.
about this. every sport that the UK has created, they suck at. They suck at soccer. They suck at hockey. They suck at golf.
Weekly steel chair, fight back. Weekly steel chair, fight back. Fight back, weekly steel chair. No sex.
He's got nothing.
Frat house. No sex. Frat house. Oh my God.
Hey, you know what? Getting to this promo, talk about the most Fed Walker's response I have ever seen.
No shoes. No soccer. No trees. No sex. No service. That's
Hey,
funny.
my Wi-Fi's working pretty good tonight. Leave me alone.
The American soccer. That I can't even get that one out. Jesus. Americans suck at soccer on your own home soil tournaments. See, here's the thing. If I cared enough, I would respond to that, but I don't. But Werner,
I don't care either. But like, there are other countries that are way better than England. Germany.
Uh-oh.
Southern America.
Uh-oh. Oh, special. Okay, now that, yeah. No. South America got y'all faded.
Central and South America.
Yeah, they got y'all faded. Yeah,
you know.
That much I do know.
Rugby has New Zealand.
Yeah. That much I do know. Yep. Sorry. He might have got you there.
Mm-hmm.
He might have got you there. Adrian Carp said, I'm excited to see what Thekla is going to do in AEW. He's like, I want to talk about the show. Werner got into an argument. Is this still the frat house?
But come on, Thekla came out to no reaction.
Okay.
There is no reason she should have came out to no reaction.
They should have done something different with the Tron attack. Like, here's the thing. I wouldn't have had her do some like Sting type shit, but like I would have had her logo appear on the Tron and she's like standing at the top of the, the first level or something overlooking. And then Jamie Hayter is just like, what do you want? And Thekla just without words just marches down to the ring and just fucking clocks her.
Yeah, see, that would have been awesome.
Yeah. And it would have fit her character.
Right.
So like, yeah, I don't know. The presentation, hopefully it gets better. And I can't wait to see what her entrance looks like. Yeah, hopefully her presentation gets better. It wasn't a weak debut, but it wasn't a strong one either.
And then you have Excalibur explaining, oh, she's from Stardom, but she got fired for cause because she punched the president. Oh,
Thekla has such a presence though that like I don't know how she overcame how bad that was shot, but somehow she did. Because that shot of her standing over Jamie Hayter, that was a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good shot. I enjoyed that shot. But yeah, I would have had her be a little bit more chaotic. Like, I don't know. Like, I definitely would have just had her just kind of like stay again. Jamie Hayter's in the ring, lights go out. You do the same thing with the Tron, but Thekla is standing at the top, right before you go down the stairs to the seats. And Jamie Hayter's like, what? And Thekla just starts walking down there like the fucking Terminator, jumps over the barricade and fucking attacks her.
Yeah.
Why not? Oh, yeah, the spider stance definitely got a pop because of the way she dropped into it.
Mm-hmm.
It was so athletic. That's why I said that type of build on a woman 5'3" and under, sign me up. I love that look on a woman 5'3" and under. Tight body, thighs nice and thick. Oh man, man. Okay. Spider emojis for Thekla though. I'm very excited to see what she does in AEW.
Yeah, me too.
And it's much love. Apollo came through with two smackaroos, said no sex, frat house, and then he said the spider stands got to pop. Yeah, it did, man. So I'm gonna ask everybody a question. Do you think she has the opportunity to be, in a sense, not like obviously same character or nothing like that, because we don't want a Hogan, but like, can she be AEW's Rhea Ripley? Or do you think she'll be better? Now, if I'm taking bets, if I'm a betting man, she has the potential to be better. Because I've actually seen Thekla wrestle.
I have too, and I agree with you. And as of right now, and I've said this to you, I think off air, she has the promo skills of Jay White, which is not a bad thing.
Mm-mm.
But she could also improve from that. I mean, that's her bottom right now is Mike's skills with Jay White.
You don't need to present yourself a certain way. You don't need to be the size of the person.
Right.
Being larger than life doesn't necessarily mean you're big. Because Rey Mysterio is larger than life, and Rey Mysterio is like 5'2".
And has been a world champion in WWE.
Yeah. No, larger than life doesn't apply to literal size. It's more about the presence, the way you carry yourself. Is your entrance on point? Like, Demon Finn Balor has presence.
Mm-hmm.
Or had. Till they had him fall off a top rope. But yeah.
That's why we'll never see the Demon ever again.
And Finn Balor trying to clean it up for WWE by him saying, oh, he didn't want it to become a crutch and all that. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. And dude, anybody who's seen her work will probably agree with me that she has the potential to be better.
Mm-hmm.
She works like she's trying to kill the person in the ring with her. She just gets it. You know what I mean? She's one of those wrestlers where she just gets it. The same way how Willow gets it as a baby face, Thekla gets it as a heel. So y'all will see it. I don't even know why I'm even explaining it. Y'all will see it.
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully. All right. Warner, it is time to make yourself useful. Finish out the rest of the show. Let's make it quick. We over 2 hours.
We have a video package for Mystico shown ahead of Grand Slam Mexico taking place on June 18th. Up next, we have Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher, which ended in a DQ. Decent little match.
Didn't like the Dairy Queen.
Didn't like it. But decent little match. I think this is a foreshadow to Fletcher getting the title. And I think Adam Cole is probably going to be at least for right now, the shortest reigning TNT champion.
I think Tony Khan kind of sort of did this to protect the both of these guys. And, you know, for a match down the line, which I understand, like you just said, but like, it could have been done a little bit better. Just like the Thekla thing. It could have been done a little bit better. You know? So, yeah, and my criticism of it is mild because, again, Tony Khan has earned our trust in this regard. So we know it's likely going somewhere, but the execution of it was kind of you know? But
yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I hope that we get round 2 sooner rather than later.
Yeah, because it was going really well before that.
Maybe this is the all-in match that we don't know about.
Dude. That apron powerbomb spot where Adam Cole's head hit off the fucking apron, dude.
Oh God, I gasped so hard because like that's the last thing we need is him to have a concussion.
Oh my God. And Kyle Fletcher snapped on the power bomb so fast that I thought he was gonna be knocked out, like he was out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure Kyle Fletcher.
I don't want him out another year because that would be bad.
Yeah, no, Kyle Fletcher. He's gonna get a talking to for that.
Yep.
Yeah, I think some of those vets back there are gonna give him a talking to. Yeah, that might be a reason too, Pete. That's a good reason. Said I think Tony Khan booked the match because he had limited roster after the pay-per-view. Maybe.
Yeah, that's possible.
So go ahead, Warner.
Because the pay-per-view is so long.
No
I
sex.
couldn't handle it. Oh my God.
No sex. Frat house. No sex.
Brian Alvarez.
Frat house. I'm your conscience. There's no sex in the champagne room. PP for me bunghole.
What is this? The mid-90s?
That's you.
That's not me.
You. Good Lord. Go ahead, Warner.
Alrighty, up next we got Brody King versus Josh Alexander in the international title 4-way qualifier.
No, Warner, you a big guy. You maybe got about 5 seconds of oxygen in your lungs per. You can't be doing that, sir. You got to get your wind up. Go ahead.
I thought this was a cheat code of a match.
It was.
I thought this was a phenomenal match. Brody King defeated Josh Alexander via the Gonzo Bomb. I thought this was
hell, dude.
Physical as hell. I want part 2. Again, this is what I love about AEW. in their matches or promos, sometimes they leave you wanting more. And this is one of those times where they go and say, hey, we're going to leave a little bit on the table so you can go, hey, Tony, we want this match again.
Oh, and I agree. I agree, guys. Yeah, it was good to see Brody King get a win.
Yes.
It was. And did Alexander look weak coming out of this match? No.
And that's another thing about AEW. When has a loss looked bad on somebody in the last little while? Besides Daniel Garcia.
Yeah, you can't say that because it was a war. Like, it was a war.
Yeah.
These two guys, they went to war. And, like, dude, that shot, whoever thought to get that shot of Josh Alexander looking up at the lights while that blood was gushing down his head, that was a good shot. That was a good shot. Because that just that sold you on how physical and how much of the violence was just top notch in the match. So yeah, I liked it. It was definitely a cheat code. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. All righty, up next, Kyle Fletcher is backstage furious, saying he didn't need anyone's help to defeat Adam Cole tonight. As right on cue, Cole sprinted in as they brawled until security had to separate them. Cole screamed that he had Fletcher beat and that he'd kill him.
Yeah, I was like, damn, it's that intense, huh? Shit. It was like, go ahead.
So, like, when I see that promo, I'm like, are we seeing this on Collision now? Are we not waiting till the paper? Are we not waiting till All In now? We're gonna hotshot this to the 4-hour show or Collision on Saturday.
Oh yeah, and Apollo, yeah, that motherfucking straight jacket German suplex was insane.
Ooh.
Because that's all deadlift. That should tell you how strong he is. Because that's an all deadlift move. You really got to trust the person doing it. Yeah. But go ahead, Warner.
All righty. Main event time. We have Timeless Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné going face to face in a very, very, very long promo. I'm just gonna give a couple cliff notes.
This fucking guy.
What?
Good.
It wasn't that long. It's just when it's typed out like this, it's really long.
Then summarize it.
That's what I'm doing.
Let's see if you can.
Both ladies are in the ring. Moné said fans are sick and tired of the black and white and wanting a champion full of color. I thought that was a great line.
That was a great line.
Great fucking line. Said she's waited so long. Toni Storm.
Wait. Triple H was like, no.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, straight up.
There's no color in wrestling. There's just talent.
That's why I prefer Tony. But no, go ahead.
Storm said she's waited so long for Moné. 441 days ago, Mercedes arrived in AEW on a show named after her. Since then, she's won titles, made history, remained undefeated. Storm said Moné has never once looked nor spoken to her, but claimed that they had been watching each other since before she even came to AEW. Telling Anthony Khan, I love when she gets like that, just random with the Anthony Khans. It's the one match she's wanted to have for so what took her so long? Moné said, patience, darling, patience, as it's not about Storm, it's about Moné's legacy, and again called herself the Beyonce of pro wrestling. Moné put herself over as the conversation, the blueprint, the revolution, the boss,
I'm so sorry, y'all. He's not doing this justice.
I don't know. I feel like she's bigger than Beyonce with the pro wrestling reference. Or is that just me?
So if she breaks into the mainstream again, like she did with the Mandalorian, I can see where you're coming from. She's like one big movie gig away.
Okay.
But like the line that stood out the most to me was when Tony said to Mercedes, you may be the greatest of all time, but I'm timeless. That line, I'm like, that's why that championship is with her. That's why that championship is with her. If anybody is ever questioning why Toni Storm is AEW Women's Champion right now, that's why Toni Storm is AEW Women's Champion right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's not many women in the business delivering lines like that, if any. Mercedes has some good ones in here, but Toni is just on another level, dude.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. No. I think that's that. I agree with you, and that's why I'm really curious if or when Mercedes does win it All In, where does Toni go from there? And I know that's kind of jumping ahead a little bit, but I mean, after seeing that line, it's like, boy, I mean, are we just going to hot shot it between Mercedes and Toni for a little while and just have a hot potato feud with the title?
I've seen a lot of people split on it and, want to see Toni retain and all that. And I understand the arguments, but box office lies with Mercedes and entertainment and engagement lies with Toni Storm. When you combine those two together, even in a match or a feud, you're going to get box office just in general. But Mercedes is box office by herself. That's why you, in a way, have to put the belt on her to see how long she can run with the ball. We've seen what Toni can do.
Yep.
Toni has maxed out. Me and Werner have said that. Toni is maxed out. She doesn't really need the belt at this point.
No.
She really doesn't. Y'all remember that brief little period where Mariah May had the belt and Toni Storm was still over like Rover?
And she wasn't even in the company?
So, yeah, I just think that if you want that box office, if you want that person who you know is going to go out there and give you on a pay-per-view a 4 to 5 star match every single time and is going to put butts in those seats, you got to go with Mercedes.
Yep.
Not to say Toni Storm doesn't do that, but Mercedes just does it at another level. Some people may disagree with me, but that's just what I think about it, man. That's just what I think about it. Both are draws, though. Both are draws.
Yes, both are draws. And how many people can say, I mean, let's see, you got Mercedes, you got Toni. I'd argue Willow's a draw. So how many times can you say you have 3 women in your company right now that can draw? WWE can't say that. No, and Indy can't say that. Stardom can't say that right now.
Yeah, Japan kind of got to replenish in all regards.
Yeah. Toni kind of went to the well there.
Let me see. I think Megan is like next up.
Yeah, give it 5 years and Megan will probably be there. Athena's there, but she's on Ring of Honor as of right now.
I could see when Megan finally wins it, she's going to be that first like women's champion in AEW that holds the belt for like multiple years.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Longest running women's champion. Take out that woman's record.
Yeah, I think by then they'll have like other belts for the ladies to go after. Like I think there'll be a women's continental title, a women's international title. Like I think that will be around. But yeah, Megan Bayne, whenever she does finally win it, I think she's gonna have that belt for like 2 years. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Toni Storm is peaked as champion. She doesn't need it right now. She just don't need it right now. And that's not saying that she's bad. That's just saying that she's done all that she could for that belt. Now let's see what Mercedes can do on a marquee with that belt.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You got to test the investment at some point, and Mercedes is the investment. At some point, you're going to have to test the investment and see if they can draw. Then it would be interesting to see Mercedes with the AEW Women's World Title. Yeah, man, said Mercedes has said she asked Tony Khan to bring Athena over to AEW, as he should.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Cruz, I think you're a new commenter, said Japanese wrestler will bounce back in the next couple years. Their signs in New Japan at least also agree with the Megan take. Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, when she holds that belt, she's going to hold it for like 2 years.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a big fucking deal. Like, she's going to be like the real final boss.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Said Riho still has the longest title reign, I believe. That's kind of wild.
Oh, I'm going to look that up.
Megan has to break that. If that's the case, Megan definitely has to break that.
No, I don't think she...
Said Athena's held the Ring of Honor Women's title for 900 days. We're more specifically speaking to AEW as a brand, not Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Japan is going to take them. It's going to take them a little while, man. It's going to take them a little while to get it back. It's going to take them a little while to get it back. They're going to get it back, though. They always find a way to create new stars over there. I think this is kind of sort of the longest period they've gone without a real defined top star. You could maybe argue like the late 90s, but like, who knows?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I stand corrected. It's not the dentist. It's actually Sheeta at 372 days.
Oh yeah, Megan's gonna beat that.
Yeah,
Megan's gonna beat that. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't. And Tony, if you watching the show, man, I don't know why you dragging your ass when it comes to getting more belts for the ladies.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Like,
Well, and here's the other thing is like you tell us, hey, this is the greatest women's division, going right now or of all time. Give them more titles. Try to get them a show.
Yeah, so that way we can see them have more feuds for more prizes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It will not weaken the world because I think that's what he's thinking. Oh, it'll weaken the world championship, and I want it to. No, it won't. No, it won't. Women's tag titles will not weaken the women's world championship. A women's international title will not weaken the TBS title or the world champ. It won't.
It didn't weaken it on the men's side,
right? So I don't get that. That's an argument I don't understand. If that is his argument, I don't think that's his argument. But like,
yeah,
if that is his argument, that is not a good enough argument, dude. These ladies are working on all cylinders right now. Give them something to fucking fight for. And fuck what the drones have to say about it. Because if you worried about perception, fuck that too.
Yeah.
Catherine, I literally just addressed that as you put that in the comment section. That's funny. Yeah, fuck what they ain't gonna like nothing you do, no way. Fuck them. Yeah, fuck them. All right, but go ahead, Warner. Finish out the show.
All righty. Storm said she'll expect she'll be there, darling. Mercedes offers a handshake and Storm slowly accepts as Moné pulls her in. Storm gives her a smell before kissing the hand. Moné tries a Moné maker, but Storm avoids. Tries Storm Zero, but Mercedes bails, leaving Storm standing tall and rolling around in the ring with her title to end the show.
One of my favorite music pieces too, and to hear it in a wrestling theme song is kind of crazy. But
yeah,
I thought those two ladies knocked it out the park.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Mercedes is finally getting comfortable on that microphone. And I like that it felt like a portion of this felt like a back and forth in a sense of like unscripted. Like the first half of this promo felt scripted. The second half of this promo did not. Because you could see Mercedes taking a second to think of what to say next. So that tells me that second half of that promo was like not scripted. And if that is indeed the case, Mercedes swam because she wasn't taking 10-second pauses like a world champion in another promotion.
Yeah.
Let's go to ratings.
Real quick, I hope that this is a sign that either Tony's testing the waters to see if this can be the main event program for All In, or he is going full ham on making this the main event for All In. Hence, he gave this the final segment of the night.
I don't know, Werner, but we almost to 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Oh,
right. But yeah, well, all right, then let me finish the show. All right, ratings. About as good of a fallout show you could ask for after a pay-per-view that was at the level of Double or Nothing. I'm giving this show a 9.5. Moment of the night, God, it's a lot to choose from. I'm going to go with that opening promo because, again, mega heels make mega baby faces, and we were right. Go watch our Dynasty review.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you. 9.5. Again, there really was no low parts.
No.
I mean, yeah, we disagree with probably one outcome with the DQ, but like other than that, there were no bad segments.
And a small nitpick of the production on Thekla's debut.
Yeah, that's it. So, like, this was a phenomenal show. Moment of the night. Again, I don't know how you can go against this phenomenal promo with Hangman and Swerve, and just the matter of time before they spin the block on another match.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm seeing rating 8, moment Brody getting the win, 9 out of 10. 8, moment of the night. 8 is kind of low for this show.
Yeah.
Mo said 9, moment of the night, main event. Moment Toni and the Mercedes, 56 minutes and 52 seconds of wrestling on Dynamite. 9 out of 10, the Alexander face spot in the opening promo. Richard said Jamie Hayter getting knocked out by Thekla was the worst moment. Yeah, I saw you up there simping for Jamie Hayter earlier in the show. I get it. It's all right, bro. Xavier said 9.2, moment of the night, the opening promo. Said our host 10 plus. Dynamite 9.0, moment of the night. Hangman versus Swerve. I say Hangman versus Swerve. Hangman and Swerve. Miguel said 9.6, moment of the night. Mercedes and Toni Storm. Yeah, I couldn't see myself giving this show anything under a 9. Like, realistically.
Yeah.
Like, it was, once it got to a certain point of the show, I'm like, yeah, I don't think this is going to dip below a 9. It would have to do something, like, really bad to dip below a 9. And it never did.
Yeah, like Orange Cassidy showed up, then it would dip.
Yeah, it would have probably been like an 8.3.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, yeah, nothing happened on this show where I was like, that dropped my rating a point. Yeah. And that's all you could ask for out of a wrestling show, might I add.
Yeah.
All right, clear the air. I kind of said it in the beginning, but I'm going to say it again, man. Give credit to the people that actually give you a style to run with, give you talking points, give you game. Give credit to those people. Because, again, when you put those talking points out into the world and you say it, and it's not authentic because it's not coming from the source, and now you fumbling and you trying to figure out what you're going to say next, guess what? If you did it in good faith and used it in good faith, that person might have gave you the extra knowledge so that way you could properly utilize it in a conversation. So if you use our talking points, anything like that, credit back to us, man.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen motherfuckers, and this is not a joke, this ain't a diss song, it's a real song. I done seen people make channels off of our talking points. I wish I was lying.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, just show love, dude. It's free. It's free as hell. Just show love. Stop being an imitator and be a fucking innovator, please. And that's what I want to clear the air on. Go ahead.
Brian Alvarez, stop being a bitch. Simple as that. Stop being a bitch or find a new profession.
Yeah, he's getting on my fucking nerves. All right, but guys, time for us to get the fuck up out of here. So therefore, going once, going twice, and so to the man with the braids in his ass. So, sign off yet again. It's the epitome of black excellence, the king of dimes, and just your boy, Mr. Starkside.
The beacon of hope worldwide, the messiah of semi-cute sixes, and the internal pessimist, Big Dub.
Peace out, y'all.
See you Friday.